Good afternoon, friends. I'm Nishant Pant, your grammar teacher. So, today we shall learn about certain other aspects of subject verb agreement, and we are going to adopt a different strategy for learning now. I shall be writing down notes for you instead of doing it on the board most of the times. So, it becomes easier for you to focus at many sentences in a single go. So, today what we are going to learn is how to use the verb with certain conjunctions like either, neither, each, every, anyone, anybody. Now, usually you'll find that with either and neither, things look a little complicated because of the different usages of either and neither. For example, if I talk about either and or and neither and nor, what happens is the subject which is closer to the verb decides whether the verb should be singular or plural. For example, look at sentence number 3. Either the children or my husband cooks the lunch. Why? This husband is singular, all right? Children are plural. So the subject which is closer to the verb is singular. So the verb will be singular. So this is the rule of proximity that either or follows. Now look at the fourth sentence. Either my husband or the children cook the lunch. So here children are closer. So it's cook the lunch. Alright. So whichever subject is closer to the verb, that will decide the course of action, whether the verb has to be singular or plural. Now look at the first two sentences. Either of you must be present in the court. So here there is no question of singular or plural because it's a be form of the verb. So either of you must be present in the court. Neither of you must touch the cake. Fine enough. But look at the fifth sentence. Neither of you was there, or either of you was there. Neither means none and either means anyone. So neither of you was there. That would mean that none of you was there. So it will take a singular verb was. Alright, it will take a singular verb was. Now, if I say neither of you must touch the cake, and after that I say either of you has touched the cake. Either of you has touched the cake. So it will be has. Alright. Now coming to every. See, with every, each and all such kind of words, what happens is you actually take things as singular. So when I talk about every, I would say singular verb with it. So every item is labeled. Look at the sentence. Question sentence number 6. Every item is labeled. Is, not are. Each of the students has. Each one of the students has, not have. Remember this. Everyone knows, singular verb again. Anyone who doesn't read is as good as an illiterate. Yes, true that. People who do not read are illiterates only, despite knowing how to read. So every item is labeled. Each of the students has deposited the work. Everyone knows me. Anyone who doesn't read is as good as an illiterate. So see, each, everyone, anyone, every, all take a singular verb. Now see, if anyone calls, tell him I'm not at home. Absolutely fine. If anyone calls, tell him or her I'm not at home. Now this is to maintain the balance of genders and to move away the language from a patriarchal stronghold. Alright. So if anyone calls, tell him or her I'm not at home. But how many times would you go on writing like this? This is completely You know, the purists of grammar, if anyone calls, tell him I'm not at home, they would accept this. The modern grammarians even accept this. If anyone calls, tell him or her I'm not at home, because they don't want language to sound very male oriented or patriarchal. Now, the best way to avoid the conflict is, if anyone calls, say I'm not at home. Just remove that pronoun from there. If anyone calls, say I am not at home. So this is how you do it with anyone. Now, the next conundrum arises where none is concerned. None is one thing, which has given trouble to a lot of writers of English and a lot of speakers of English. None can be used as singular as well as plural, depending upon the subject it is treating. It is modifying. So, usually it will be treated as singular. None of us is going to the party. Is singular. None of the writers has, not have. None of the writers has ever lived here. Has, singular. But then there are instances where you have sentences like this. There are none so blind as those who will not see. You cannot say there are none so blind as him who will not see. There are none so blind as those, in general the people, as those who will not see. So here none will take a plural. Now, these two sentences I wrote to make things clear to you. Did you receive my letter? No. There was none sent by you. Was, singular. Did you receive my letter? No. There was none sent by you. Did you eat the oranges? No, there were none in the basket. Why? Why is one taking singular and another taking plural? Reason is simple. How many letters did I expect him to receive from my end? Only one. So, the singular verb. How many oranges did I expect him to eat? More than one. So, were. Right? So, I hope this video would have been beneficial to you. Yes? So, give me a feedback. You can write comments on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. In the next subject verb agreement video, I will come up with some more concepts. Thank you.